What's up, gang? Before I start this video, I wanted to give a shout out to Young Tensei, who made this really cool nostalgia Naruto video. Very nostalgic anime for me, and it's just some cool visuals for you guys to look at. I'd also like to give a shout out to Blade, very talented artist from Sweden. So, what am I going to talk about? This video will be about how accurate is our idea of angels. You know, most of us have this idea that's been implanted into us by, society and religion, that angels look like these anthropomorphic, like human-looking beings that have wings and halos, and they're white and white robe and etc. But in my experience, this couldn't be further from the truth, and I can't really find anything to support that idea either. And I had an experience recently with an angel, posing himself into my mind, and it scared the shit out of me, dude. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen, and I mean, it was not like anything I've ever seen on Earth. It was like some sort of ancient construct. I don't know, but was I losing my mind? It looked like nothing I've ever seen, but at the same time, I can't accurately recall what it looked like right now because I didn't write it down immediately. And I was also on DXM at the time. And if you don't have experience with it, DXM does tend to mess with your memory a little bit. And I've written a little bit of what it looked like. It emanated dark gray light in all directions, like almost like kind of like a sun. But the light was not light. It wasn't white. It was gray. It looked almost like a statue, like one of those gothic, like ghoul statues that you'd see in like some ancient monastery or something. But it didn't have arms. It didn't have any appendages or any features that would even pertain to any sort of life on Earth. Not anthropomorphic at all. And it was suspended in the middle of, whatever the space. Didn't have any arms, didn't have any legs, nothing, no face. The best thing I can think of is it reminded me of a floating statue of sorts. So, this begs the question, how do you determine whether you have a good angel or a bad angel on the line? How? Because you can't judge just based off of looks, right? And if we're going off the biblical interpretation, demons they're still angels. They just play the opposite role. They're still angels, just fallen from grace. And so let me scroll up here and find my first entry on this, because what happened was I was meditating in my bed, and this being just popped into my mind's eye, like right behind my forehead. I could see him. He lingered. He was there. He imposed himself, and I wondered, is this one of my guardian angels? Because I've been talking to my guardian angels. I've been telling them, hey, I give you guys permission, my full permission, my free will. I'm requesting that you guys manifest to me, contact. I'm giving you guys the platform to reach out to me. And I wondered, is this one of the is this my request coming true? Because every time I've made a request towards them, it seems to manifest almost instantly. And they don't like do it directly. It's a very indirect thing. It's just like they're pulling the strings behind the scenes to put me into situations where I can overcome an obstacle. They'll put obstacles in my way so that I can grow and learn new skills and etc. So for example, if I ask them, hey, I wanna become more less socially anxious, care less about what other people think. They might not it's not like an instant thing, like, oh yeah, now you're changed. But they'll set up situations where I can learn those skills or improve in that area, and it happens almost instantly. Like, I'll ask that, and then like something will just pop up. Like my friend will be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" It's crazy, right? But to get on to what happened, the angel, or let's call him Angel, appeared in my mind, and it scared the shit out of me. Scared the fucking shit out of me. And I said, I asked him, are you an angel? And before I could even finish the thought, yes was injected telepathically into me. And I thought, okay. I asked, are you a guardian angel? And I got no response. So at that moment I knew, okay, I got myself into some shit, and this isn't good. So I said, alright, I'm not interested. Please leave. And it didn't. It stayed. It lingered on in my mind, tugging at, lingered on in my mind's eye. So after telling him, like, hey, just not interested, I said that a few times. I didn't listen. Stayed. So I was like, okay, I'm just not going to feed it any more energy, because the more you it's kind of like watering a plant. The more attention you give it, the more it lingers, the more it grows. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna ignore it, focus on something else. And lo and behold, he left. So this message being, just be careful, guys. Always be skeptical. Always be careful what you wish for, because maybe it'll come true. Anyways, that's all I had to say. If you guys have had any experiences with angels or demons or spirits or encounters with the supernatural, whether you believe it's your own mind playing tricks on you, it's your own internal world, it's just you, or if it's something else, whatever, man, just leave your comment. I'm just as excited to hear from you guys. Okay? Well, that's all I had to say, guys. Thank you for listening.